Galaxy Force 2 is a third-person rail shooter released for the Sega Genesis. Let's return to the year of our Lord 1988, when Sega Genesis was competing with Nintendo for home console dominance. I was a mere I would just say that I was young, and honestly, I was a blessed child. Because I owned both an NES and a Sega Genesis, Galaxy Force 2 started out as, well, Galaxy Force 1, which was a third-person arcade rail shooter released in Japan, later rolled out to North America and Europe that same year. Galaxy Force Arcade was received as a coin muncher because of the high level of difficulty. However, I never played or heard of the game at the time. Galaxy Force 2 is not a sequel. Well, let me explain. Galaxy Force 2 was in the arcade, doing pretty well, getting critical praise from reviewers and multiple publications. Sega decided, instead of trying to convert the arcade game into a console, which at the time was damn near impossible, let's tweak our game, make some balance changes, use the conversion kits, which are used when arcade games need to be updated or rewritten to fit other cabinets. And in this case, it seems Sega ported Galaxy Force to the Genesis and other platforms. 1990, the year Mama Said Knock You Out, Total Recall, and the end of Reaganomics, all brings us to Galaxy Force 2. Peep this. Galaxy Force 2 takes place in the Junos star system. You are the last hope to stop the evil Fourth Empire. While the differences between Galaxy Force and Galaxy Force 2 are the ship names and the abilities. In the arcade version, you piloted the TRY-Z, which had lasers and a limited amount of heat-seeking missiles fired one at a time. While in Galaxy Force 2, you pilot the TRX-5 Quasar. Yeah, say that fast. Which is pretty much the same, but can fire multiple missiles. Your mission is to travel to 5 planets, destroy the enemy bases, and crush the Fourth Empire forever. As far as stories go, a little generic. But it was the 80s, and I'm pretty sure everyone was on cocaine. Coca-Cola. Yeah, good old Coke. Moving on. When I was a kid playing this, I didn't know the story because I didn't have the gaming manual. Like most kids, I just played the game and enjoyed the game without needing a narrative story or a reason why. In the 80s, you can get away with that with games, with no real story. But if you try that today, so many mainstream reviewers would kill you, forgetting that Mario Brothers or originally launched with not even attempting to have a story. But all came later. I digress. Let's look at Galaxy Force gameplay. Galaxy Force 2 allows you to pick which planet you want to start liberating first. You must visit each stage though, and it will follow an order, but it's nice they give you the option. In the settings, you can change the controls, adjust difficulty, shield strength, all the things that is quality of life. Galaxy Force 2 plays like a normal third-person shooter. Being able to tailor your control helps when first playing the game. Your main attack will be missiles that take short time to lock on. If there are multiple enemies on screen, you want to wait some time. It will highlight all the targets on there for a satisfying multi-kill. If you shoot a missile without a positive lock, you will face a penalty, which means you can't shoot until the missile leaves the screen. Trust me, you want a positive lock. Your secondary weapon serves no purpose. I find it's not even worth shooting. It does no damage to the enemies, but I could be wrong. I'd like to hear from you guys who've played this game, if you found a way to use it, because as far as I can see, these lasers do nothing. TRX-5 Quasar, yeah, I'm not going to keep saying that, has one real weakness. It needs energy, and lots of it. At the bottom of your screen is your energy, and it's constantly counting down. And the only way you die is the energy gauge counts down to 0, 0, 0. And if you take hits, or crash into enemies, or hit the walls, your energy counts down even faster. Killing enemies, pulls a score, which can replenish your energy gauge upon completion of certain sections of a stage. Trust me, you want to kill as many enemies as possible, especially in later stages. You will need to go long stretches, and getting energy is the key if you plan on making it through all 6 stages. Firing missiles takes energy, unless you get the power up, I believe, which helps keep energy costs down, because again, once your energy hits 0, you lose. Lastly, you have a shield that might as well not even exist. You take damage on hit, and the shield doesn't negate that. I have no idea what it's doing. Maybe it absorbs some damage until your shield breaks from too many hits. Let me know in the comment section, if you understand what it's used for. I tried to find names for the 4th Empire army and its bosses, but I couldn't find official names. The enemies in each stage aren't a match for your ship, taking usually around 1 missile shot to kill. Later you face the enemies that take 2 to 3 missiles to kill, but again, it's nothing you can't handle. The key will be repetition and remembering each stage, with many repeated playthroughs. Galaxy Force 2 can be beaten in 20 minutes, once mastered, but on harder difficulty settings, the game can be downright brutal and unforgiving. The game knows how to punish you for early mistakes, which will impact your energy in later stages. There's plenty of enemy variety. A lot of stages have unique enemies that you won't get tired of seeing. The attack patterns might become repetitive, but by the time you notice that, the game will start throwing so many enemies at you, especially on later stages. Your eyes will be too busy watching your bonus energy numbers, your energy gauge. By the time you notice all that stuff though, the game will be over. Every planet you visit has a fortress you must conquer. Some planets have multiple. The gameplay changes slightly due to the smaller area. Galaxy Force 2 then gives you new tricks to learn, such as a cool voice command stating which turn is ahead. I wish this was utilized more, but probably for the best. Once you make it to the end of the fortress, you then fight a mini boss. Honestly, this has to be one of the lamest fights, because the boss looks like scrambled eggs and doesn't attack you. You don't even have to kill him, and you still win the stage. Hella lame. Your only incentive to kill the boss is to get extra points for the energy needed for the next planet. Galaxy Force 2 Arcade had unique and different bosses, so why did Sega and Activision not even try to make a boss fight? And nonetheless, once the egg is destroyed, the bonus will be added to your energy gauge, and voila, on to the next stage. Galaxy Force 2 is not going to blow you away visually. Unlike the original arcade version, it won many awards for the graphics in 1988. I think Galaxy Force 2 graphics hold up well for a 1990 Sega Genesis title. I do see the limitations of Genesis when the screen fills up with many enemies, making the game slow down. Enemies become a little invisible, like they're flickering. Good thing this is rare. Your quest takes you 6 different stages, mostly different with distinctive looks for the most part. I will admit that after the 3rd planet, it gets kind of visually uninteresting. For example, a water stage or another space stage or any type of variation of like a lava stage will really break up the scenery. Galaxy Force 2 runs about half an hour game time. Seeing how short the game is, expecting you to have multiple playthroughs, skill wise it depends on your ability to memorize patterns. Controls are easy enough. Let's get into my favorite part of Galaxy Force 2, the music. The soundtrack is a motherfucking bop. Almost flawless. 16-bit greatness. I suggest people to seek this soundtrack out. It's not very long. Many 3rd generation console soundtracks are available on YouTube. If you know, you know. In conclusion, Galaxy Force 2 is and was a great walk down memory lane for me. I was shocked with how much I remember. It felt nostalgic hearing that soundtrack. It took me instantly to being a kid getting home from school and playing Galaxy Force 2 till all my friends came to my house and we figured out what trouble to get into. Playing Galaxy Force 2 in 2025 is good and bad. The gameplay didn't age well as other 16 and 8-bit era games. It's mostly wait to lock on shot, missile at an enemy on screen, keep looking at your energy, hoping to hit a checkpoint. It's hurry to the boss, who doesn't attack you, and the game's over. I feel this will appeal to people who already have a nostalgia attachment to the game, but players searching for a great time in a 16-bit era, unfortunately, this doesn't do enough to grab your attention. Maybe as a cool way to show your friends how eclectic your collection is. I saw many used copies of this game online for $40 to $16, but a new copy will probably be hard to find. Now it's time for the scores, because men lie, but numbers always tell the truth. For graphics, we have 6 out of 10. For sound, 8 out of 10. For music, 9 out of 10. Gameplay, 5 out of 10. For the story, 3 out of 10. Bringing it up to a final score of 31, which on the scale means
that boy is good.
Good and terrible.
But when we add the nostalgia points, which would be 9, we get 40 out of 50, which means nothing. Look, it's a fun game, just not a replayable one, unless you're trying to master it. So you know what? Go out there and get it. Go try it. Maybe you will enjoy it. But I just understand that it really is one of those games that is for certain people and not everyone. To be 100% honest, I have not figured out a way to end this video. But I think I got an idea. They say always quote somebody at the end of your videos or your essays that make you seem smart. So I think I'm going to quote somebody, one of the greatest auteurs of all time. I actually don't like thinking. I think people think I like to think a lot, and I don't. I do not like to think at all. Truth. Alright, people. I'll see you next time.